The infamous question: are we still in a bull run? I'll let you guys chew on that for a few minutes while I get my affairs in order. Gonna have a really special guest, and yeah, it's gonna be rocking. So give me just a moment here. Um, gonna be awesome.
Yo, I'll be right back. I'm gonna rejoin.
All right, all right. Can everybody hear me? Ronan, can you hear me?
I can hear you. I can hear you, brother.
Perfect, perfect. All right,
Am I
let's
in the Am I in the stream? Because I had to rejoin. I left and rejoined.
yeah, yeah. I do believe. Let me go ahead and look and make sure when I look on YouTube here if you're actually on the stream here. This is just like a little pop up stream. Yep, you're on here. Yes, sir. Let's go look at all this bullishness in the market today. We are getting massively bullishness across the realm here. It is amazing. Look at this. XRP making a comeback. XRP is making a comeback. Bitcoin's making a comeback. Everything just literally flipped green. Well, I should say red, but red is maximum bullishness. It's yeah, it's maximum bullishness. What can we say? Look at it. The charts don't lie. Look at that thing going up. Whew.
Woo wee! That's so bullish, baby. I was just sharing it with people out there on the internet, man. So much love, massive gratitude, and I really want to show acknowledgement to the homie Mr. Mystic, who's been nailing the dates and the movements coming in. So let's go, XRP Army. Let's go. Get in the trenches. Get some clean socks because you're going to past Uranus, y'all. Can you believe it? Let's look at the rest of YouTube crypto. Oh, they're so bullish. Here we go. But nah, here you get the realist and massive love and gratitude. Let's go. Yo.
Massive love and gratitude to you, brother. Glad Glad the message doesn't completely fall on deaf ears, which is why I continue to still do this. All jokes aside, I just inverse the chart for jokes. Obviously today has been a pretty gnarly day. If
What do you mean?
ever,
I thought we were going to 589, dude. What's happening?
ah, maybe 0.00589. Who knows? I don't know. What do I know though? It was more of a joke, but yeah, honestly, it's taken a massive hit, massive hit, massive hit. And I just wanted to really get on here and address some things because, this has been a long time, big time thing in the crypto space where people are like, oh, but this is the last time. You have no idea what's going on. And
Dustin,
it's
this
like,
time's different. Do you even know?
yeah, man, it's like, I don't know. I guess not, guys. I don't know. One thing I will say, if we want to talk about technicals, technically speaking, is it'll almost touch the 200. Okay, cool. It's a wick. Definitely going to get a candle body close down here at some point. Is it going to hold this? Absolutely not. And, for a lot of people say, oh no, it's just going to bounce off the 200 and keep going. Bitcoin doesn't even do that, guys. Come on, for the love of God, my friends. Can we please, can we please just dissolve all of this nonsense once and for all? And can we actually get down to the facts, the charts, and the data that we actually have? Because there's so much crap floating around the internet, and then everybody believes it, and they end up worse off than when they started crypto. And listen, I know everybody listening out there got into crypto to make money. Yes or no? Like it's simple. It's simple. And shout out to Sally. Seen you here yesterday. Much love, much gratitude for coming out again today. Always a pleasure. Glad to see you. Definitely a new face. If I'm not mistaken, you said you came over from Crassy's channel. So much gratitude, much appreciation for that.
Yeah, massive blessings to you, Sally. You're in the right place. So much love.
Absolutely. And again, okay, perfect example. I was talking to a guy about silver the other day. He's like, "Oh, looks like silver's gonna make it." I was like, I wouldn't touch it. I wouldn't touch it because I don't think it's over. I don't think the correction's over. I think it's really truly just beginning. And here we are. Yesterday, it went up a few bucks, right? But guess what? Now it's down. It was at 84 yesterday. Now it's at 67. The
Was
correction is
that
not
me you were
over.
talking to, bro?
No, 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 no. Funny story is we did actually have a conversation about silver, but it was very short. But no, it was another trader, and he was telling me that he was like, it could be good here, and I was like, I wouldn't, man. I really just honestly, I would not. I wouldn't even touch it. It doesn't make sense. And if we do get a little bit of an up, it'll be quick and then right back down even lower. And here we are today doing just that. So yeah, it's gonna be pretty interesting. And a lot of people, I have also seen a narrative going floating around the cryptoverse and everything too that, oh, the metals market is going to rotate into crypto. No, that's not doing it either, guys. Look, it's because of the cycle. Again, you have to know where you are in the cycle. And, everybody that gets on and listens and hangs out and has been around my channel for, since 2018 knows that, I don't get on here to BS people. I get on here to shed some light on real things, real stuff that's actually going on. And I give like real valuable information where a lot of other people they're just out here, man, telling you what you want to hear, giving you that dopamine hit so you feel good and and you like them. Me personally, I don't care if you like me or not. I'm here to tell you the truth. I'm here to tell you what's actually going down, what's actually happening.
To actually benefit your experience here. No, we like you. We like you,
Exactly.
Mr. Mystic. But yeah, man, we to use the code for utility, knowing where you are in the cycles within cycles. Absolutely, man. This is something that it, I don't know what you guys are up to, but my goal is to improve my experience here. And one is through using the code, the charts above, the charts below to improve my experience and my daughter. And there's people that depend on me, not to blow smoke up my bum and tell we're gonna go. You're gonna be a gazillionaire. Oh, you got $1,000 worth of XRP. Oh man, you're gonna be like a multi-millionaire like tomorrow. And this is like, nah, 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 nah. Give me the realness, right? And that's what we're here to do. Dustin, you still here, bro? Did Dustin drop off? Hey, Dustin, this is my channel now, the Ronin Experience, where we come and take over channels. So much love. And by the way, the homies out here, we've been talking privacy crypto in a dystopian world since the beginning. Guess who's catching up now? Crypto bros getting led by the noose, by the leash, by the loosh, as if privacy is somehow some new thing. And they're talking ZK proofs. Oh, but with government backdoors. Oh, so that they can be compliant. Oh my gosh. Can't wait for the institutional money to come in. Oh my God. Buy an ETF. Oh, that'll send us to the stratosphere. These cats have no idea what they're talking about. They're brand new out here influencing it, folks. But yeah, I mean, here with the real ones where we talk real and we benefit our lives and we scale up, and in times of preserving our capital and moving it on in the digital landscape unnoticed, untrackable, untraceable. To me, I mean, one of the few cryptos that will most likely survive is Pirate Chain. I'm a little biased, but it's the best tech. Cats out here do they know about privacy tech? Do they know about crypto tech in general, not just what they read in a news article? So you're gonna have a public surveillance coin, and you think institutions and banks are going to use a public surveillance transparent chain where you can see all are you have you lost your mind? And guess what? Now, just now, ADA made midnight. Just now, XRP is talking about rewriting their whole entire code to allow Rust and make it modular. You don't hear XRP people talking because they want to add a little bit of privacy, and it's ridiculous. And we're out here to make money. I'll invest in a surveillance coin, no problem, but you know where it's going to end up. And you guys need to know you cannot trust the government. I'm going to pass the Clarity Act is going to make me rich. Are you talking about the US government? The US government's going to make you rich? Can you backtest that? Because I can backtest it the other way. I've never once heard of the government ever making a rule, law, whatever, that made people rich, like all the people. You ever heard that? If you do, let me know, because otherwise you're depending on the government to pass a Clarity Act for the digital gulag.
It's never happened, and it never will.
Oh, Dustin, you're back. I sorry, I had it to myself, so I started ranting. Let me get off
Oh,
my.
it's all good. It's all good, brother. Yeah, no, you're good. You're good. Yeah, something happened with the screen. I don't know what. I don't know. Just weird little thing. It must have been too much bullishness going on. You know.
Oh, bro, we should just do. This is only a bullish channel. Let's just talk about moon. This only going to the moon. That way, you'll get like so many. The sheep.
Well, I challenge. I challenge the XRP army to come have a conversation. That's what this is about. Come have a conversation. We can talk like civilized individuals. Doesn't have to be, we could talk about real numbers, real data. I mean, But what I can't get behind is them telling us that, hey, XRP is going to $1,000 tomorrow. I would love to see the data on that one because the charts definitely say otherwise, my friend. What can we do about that? Like, can I open your mind? Can I? Is it possible? Or are you just fixed on that position? If you are, it's okay, but I'm just trying to help, you know? Truly, just trying to help. Not trying to be a jerk or anything because, I've told this story 1,000 times on my channel. I've been there before. I was, I've been there before, literally with XRP. And the funniest story I always tell people is when I really started making money in crypto is when the day I sold my XRP. I don't know. Let that
You,
sink in for a minute.
there's a mental barrier that one has to break, and it's just psychological. Markets are psychological. When you can take profits and sell, for example, and we're just using XRP as an example because it has such a strange psychosis involved. Selling it at $3 is very beneficial to the mind. By the way, you're going to wait a while. And for those that bought $3 XRP back in 2017, they had to wait all the way until 2025 just to break even. Just saying. So to break that mental barrier of taking profits and making your life easier, and saying you have to really look out for yourselves and not in these weird cults out here, especially with finances. This financial world is cutthroat. This is not a group effort.
Not at all. No. It's yeah, it's actually quite interesting. When one really truly does learn a lot about this, it's really and really starts to master all of this in their own right, right? Because just a little FYI, there are actually 17 different types of traders. You have to pick which kind of trader you want to be and what works for you. Um, with that being said, you know, let's really kind of do an evaluation. You know, XRP is at $1.21 right now. That's pretty interesting. And we've already seen a wick to 114, which, the 50 fib on the retrace is a buck five. Okay, cool. Okay, cool. Technically speaking, we should see a bounce from here, which also backs up the technicals too because of the 200-day moving average. We'll see a bounce, guys. We'll see a bounce. Will it come back to like a buck 40, buck 45, and then just roll over and continue lower? It's very, very plausible. Now, one thing I do kind of want to get into that I haven't really talked about very much is could this bull run potentially be, or this bear market be potentially shorter? It's possible. It is possible, but we have to hit certain levels. And y'all got to remember when Bitcoin bottoms, that doesn't mean the whole entire market bottoms. Typically, altcoins do not typically see a bottom till year and a half, maybe even 2 years after Bitcoin bottoms. So also put that into perspective too. And then you put all the pieces to the puzzle together. Yeah, it gets very interesting. Gets very interesting. Look at
See, the thing
Solana
is,
here.
Dustin, you just don't see, you just don't get it because they just want you to sell your bags. They want your bags. And the problem is, I don't care if it's pre-mined all at once. They want your bags. That's why. And you just don't get it, Dustin.
Well, I already gave them up, so they I guess they got me, or did I get them? I don't know. Remains to be seen. For me, yeah, they're gonna get smoked, but that's okay. Talking about Solana. I had a conversation with a gentleman the other day. He said his friend had a lot of Solana, right? Like a substantial amount of money in Solana. I was like, man, tell your friend, man, he better sell that. We're gonna get wrecked, And here we are. And that was at like it was, a few days ago when it was like $101 somewhere around there. And here we are. Now we're at $78. And we've already wicked to pretty much touch this 382 in the retrace. Okay. We are now below the 200 week moving average. Let that sink in. Can we go lower? Absolutely. We can go so much lower. The 50 fib for Solana is not even $48. Really, though, me personally, I will be looking 23 to $17.60. Could we go lower than that? Yeah, we totally could. Maybe even hit $12. It's very possible. Or maybe we come down and fill this wick at 805. That's also not off the table either, friends. So please, let's really think about what we're doing here. And I understand if you haven't
Um,
sold, you're at a loss right now, and that really hurts, but at some point it will be better to just cut your losses and start fresh and
it
accept.
reminds me, Dustin. Sorry to cut you off, brother, but it reminds me of when's the best time to plant a fruit tree, and it was 2 years ago. So when was the best time to sell your bags? It's really difficult to ask someone like Mr. Mystic right now, should I sell my bags or not? It's really tough considering that what 2, 3 months ago we sold our bags based on this data that you're sharing. So preserving capital has been our move for the last several months, and this has been based on the data that the homie's been saying. And you know, it's this is data, by the way. This is not narrative. This is not gib. This is I don't know. I don't know. I'm at a loss of words because I don't know what people are in their hypnosis out there doing, the mass psychosis, and then hypnotizing and psychosising each other because misery loves company. You got anyway, Dustin. It's
Yeah.
just
No,
mind-boggling observing the herd.
it is. And I know it hurts. I know there's a lot of people hurting out there, so I feel for that and I understand that. But when is enough enough? When is enough enough? That's
But
the
it ain't
real
like you haven't
question.
been telling them, and it's not like I haven't been telling them. Um, our reach is rather small, and it's just incredible. The cats that we know personally, it's like, I mean, we try to tell y'all, it's based. Oh man, it's not on airy fairiness. And then if you want to get airy fairy and esoteric, the charts above coincide and collaborate what we're showing on these charts now on the date itself.
Yeah. And well, like I was just actually discussing with you on the phone, it's me personally at this point, I'm in like full what you want to say, that the luminaries, the stars actually tell us more sometimes than even the charts can, because they can actually provide us with specific dates. And a lot of people haven't really been able to grasp that or really truly comprehend that yet, and that's okay. Listen, takes a lot of time, guys. Takes a lot of diligence, takes a lot of devotion to really get to this point to where you can do this very efficiently. And you know like, I don't know about you, but I do not see many technical, if any at all, technical analysis um people on YouTube giving you any type of date ever, unless it's about some crazy clarity act or some news narrative based thing.
Oh,
But
there's some gurus out there, bro, but they ain't. Yeah, You got to pay for their guru-ness. That's why we're
Well,
trying to share.
they're not even hitting the target though.
I know, but they, the message here is to be your own guru, be your own financial advisor, be your own, like,
Like,
learn the skills, be your own astrologist, be your own everything, and not depending
yeah,
on others to where, like, Dustin really doesn't necessarily have to be out here. He could, just make gains on his own and preserve capital and buy the bottoms and on his own. You know what I mean? It's
yeah,
interesting.
yeah, yeah. But like me, really, truly, I would love nothing more than to have like a big, crazy amount of people just get on these streams. But oh man, I made a bunch of money. Hell yeah, that's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. But a mind shift has to happen before that's actually possible. I would love to hear nothing more than everybody is making money, but the mind has to shift. There has to be a shift, and it all starts with the mind. People are so worried that they're going to miss something that they never sell anything. So they miss everything, right?
Yeah. Take profits aggressively and look out for your own situation. You get a little mini pump, sell it.
Yeah,
Especially with the lone wolves. If you have an altcoin that runs by itself, you better sell ASAP because that will get swallowed up and distributed elsewhere. This is
100%.
about data above and below. And I'm telling you, these other cats out here, man, they'll use pretend code like they've decoded something, but they're misplaced. Man, there's levels to this, and one is making money, like Dustin's saying, is one getting out and preserving capital, and then get back in at close to the bottoms, and then catch these rallies. And the law of diminishing returns, every bull run's been less and less and less each time, which shows in the charts, which is wild how cats out here um, don't have not been sharing that with people. So the next quote unquote B run is going to be less than this one and the ones before. So yeah.
Exactly. And, yeah, I'm going to hit on that right now since you brought that up. But like, look at this trend line I have here, right? This trend line is over 8 years. Okay. So, based on this, even if we, kind of go over top of this trend line one time, that's fine. But even if we went above, we're only looking at roughly about, I don't know, 85 ish on the Stotch RSI. This next run, this past one was, uh, 92. The one previous was 96, almost 97. And, back when very little people were in crypto, it was at 99 back in 2013. Um, so yeah, we're probably looking at about 85 guys on the Stotch RSI, and that's going to give us even more bearish divergence on the Stotch RSI chart. And that holds a lot of weight. I mean, as you can see, it holds a massive amount of weight. Ever since that massive run up in 2017, and which I know it's really hard to see my chart. You know what? Let me go ahead and do this. That way you can see it a little more, but obviously you know that all the lines here, um, up only since, this part, boom, up, right? We've had massive corrections, of course. Yeah, it's crypto. It's more volatile, right? They didn't have ETFs, but now we do, which is also going to change the game tremendously as well, because these things are definitely going meant to suffocate the markets. So yeah, that's pretty much in a nutshell. But I definitely want to Shout out to you, Sally. I appreciate you. She said, listening to Mystic that day. Let's see if I can see it. Listening to that day, something told me he was the real thing with a heart. Sally, much love to you, much appreciation, much gratitude. Yeah, no, I actually do care about people. I do care if people actually make money, and if people, like again, I just want everybody. If I could get on here and everybody would be like, "Oh yeah, I made a bunch of money," awesome, then that would be great. I know that's like kind of living a fairy tale in itself too, but even if I help a few people in this space, well, I think I did a good job because a lot of people are very hard headed, and yeah, they only want to follow the good news, right? And here we go. Look, Bitcoin just broke under 62,000 right now, as we're watching right now, live under 62. Wow, like things are about to get spicy. Things are getting really spicy. Um, yeah, but I mean, and we're like literally tanking support, like as we just slowly trickle down. If we lose 50K, that is going to be a very bad deal. We lose 50K, that's it's going to be pretty ugly. Pretty ugly. Let's look at where the 50K is on the weekly here cuz that's really going to matter too. 58K is the 200. So yeah, 50K. Let's see. 50K is obviously below there. We do have a little. We have a. We have a little bit of. We have some support there, of course, but it's not going to be good, and we're definitely going to be battling a lot of resistance on the way up, especially this 70K range. Um, since we broke this, especially once we start getting weekly candles below 70, man, that's going to be a lot of resistance. And it could potentially end up being pretty much kind of like what I was saying before, where I think I talked to you. I've talked about it on this channel many, many times over the last few years because I've literally seen this years in advance kind of coming. But you know what? Let me go to right here. We'll just go to the stock market because I'm going to take off these indies so I
And
can
remember
show you.
the horse year is Bitcoin's enemy year.
Yeah,
That
that's also another thing too.
a fire horse. So input blazing saddles, which could be war. I don't know. But it's Bitcoin's enemy year. So these divine timing, for those that know how to decode it and see it, and then it manifests in these charts financially, which is one of
Yeah.
the easiest ways to kind of track that because literally based on numbers, we see it happening. So I don't again, for me, it's like I don't know what these cats are doing out here, what they think they're talking about, and what you think, support the real ones because Dustin's one of the realest and he does, it's
Look at
definitely
this, Ronan.
yeah.
I don't mean to interrupt, but
No,
look,
please interrupt.
here's a prime example of what I was talking about from 1966. Okay, we put in we have a top here, right? Looks like it was going to be a Bart Simpson, which kind of was. I mean, we see some nasty corrections, right? Let's just see what this one was from this top. That's a 46% correction. That's stock market, guys. Oof, ouch. So, anyways, 1966, the top right here, barely made an all time high here. Barely, just by the skin of our teeth, right? But then it went back down, didn't make another all time high, didn't make another all time high. And it wasn't until 1983 that it was able to come up out of the trenches and make a new all time high. So, from 1966, right, to 1983. Good God, my friend. That is a very long time to not make an all-time high. Now, could you have made money in this window, in this time span here? Absolutely. That's 17 years. That's 17 years. So could you have made money? Yeah, if you would have been just playing the two big moves of the year. Sure. Yeah, absolutely. You could have made money in here and been profitable this whole time. But the people that were holding and hoping to retire and all this stuff, I guarantee you, a lot of people died in this time period and never was able to retire. Let that sink in for a minute. That's just one time. And this has happened multiple times throughout the history of the stock market. It's happened like 3 times, if I'm not mistaken, in history. So please let that sink in. Here's another time period. It just barely did anything. Like barely, just meh, meh, meh.
And I bet if you tie in dates and astrology, bro, Mercury retros, I bet there's Mercury retros sprinkled in there too.
Oh, most you already know there is because these total lunar eclipses and Mercury retrogrades, yeah, they like go hand in hand. They go hand in hand, and it's like they're like a powerhouse together, and that's what we're getting ready to witness here. And on top of all that, these times are not like previous times either. We also have so much astrological stuff going on right now. And look, we just broke 61. We broke 61. We're under 61 officially right now. This time is no different, my friends. In fact, if anything, this time could potentially be worse if we're being real. We've never had been at this moment in history, right here, right now, with everything that's going on today. And you have the audacity to get on here and tell people the bull run is still on? That's very shameful, in my opinion, because these people have to know. They have to. They have to know. There's no way they don't know.
Oh, Dustin, imagine the amount of people that got hurt because these people wanted clicks on their stuff. Getting hurt financially.
Uh, 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 uh.
But who do you blame though? Do you blame the
Oh no, there's no blame. There's
there's
no
no
blame in it all. There's no blame in it all. If we're being completely honest, if we're looking at from even spiritually, right? There is no blame. Why blame? Blame doesn't solve anything. People have to take accountability for their own actions because it's not like somebody, you know,
it's true.
forced them to hit the buy button or force them not to hit the sell button. I was just kind of floating around the Telegram universe, whatever, right? Today. And I really don't even go into any crypto groups, but I went into a couple today and, I seen some pretty toxic stuff. There was a guy who was like, oh, it's people like you that are selling is the reason why the price. It's like, come on, man. Like, really? Like, what kind of toxic crap is that? Like, come on, man. You're gonna shame somebody for selling? For
Oh
not
wow.
getting wrecked?
The external blank or the not looking internal in the mirror and blame and then shaming oh my gosh. Could you imagine? I can't even pretend to be in that type of spiritual space, energetic space. You did
Yeah.
this to me, Dustin. What? No. What are you talking about?
Yeah,
You didn't
it's
believe hard enough. That's the problem. You got to join the army or the marine. All the various groups. These, and then you got to be all in. It's like, nah, yo, I'm good.
silver under 65. Like, the bleeding continues. And it's almost like this could be a direct reflection of humanity right now. Really, truly, if you really think about it. And I know that's deep and it's like, damn, really? He went there? But yeah, it's so true. This could be literally a direct reflection of humanity right now. Everybody's bleeding out. Most people are bleeding out, right? Energetically.
Dude, and it's getting more and more obvious and more burning away the illusions the self delusions, the macro society illusions. Society is one big everyone just believing in the same illusion. All that being revealed now, and veils are getting toasted right now, and you're seeing who's who, and you can look internally and externally, and yeah, no authenticity only, and you can't have self uh you can't be your own you can't lie to yourself and be your own worst enemy, like not self delusion, but yes, self delusion. You can't like just, oh man, at some point, I don't even know, I'm still working on it myself, folks. I'm not perfect, but I think I have a pretty decent vision when it comes to what is and what isn't. And that's just going to get more and more powerful. And because I don't have that an ego, I'll pivot in a heartbeat if I'm directed to. And so this is a whole, how you do anything is how you do everything. And I believe that. I know that's, if that's how you do with the news and any of the news of any sector, that's how you do everything else. So that's also how you do what you think you are, and what you think your purpose is and all that. And so this is all encompassing, these charts and the financials. So in my opinion, I want to use the code that I see, what I mean, and add it to my grimoire. I'm a programmer. I'm a programmer in all kinds of ways. I'm an alchemist. I'm a fun. Why not? It's all numbers on the screen anyway. Why not try and get high score in terms of, if I'm such a good decoder, and I see things and I'm so aware and all that, why not add a few little commas, and go, I got to figure it out. Or because I definitely don't want to have a cop out and go, I could if I would. No, no, no. If I tried, I could. No, no, no. I'm trying. I'm going to try. I've been trying. So that defeatedness, that herd mentality, that everything, someone's going to save me, some comet is going to save me because NASA told me it was, or anything like that. The scripts, the scriptures, oh, the price predictions on these so-called fake gurus out here. Oh, these fake history, fake everything. And then put into the fact that these, like, we're talking, focusing on markets right now, it's psychological. So I'm talking about the scaffolding of the psyche, and that's how what affects this. This is to me so interesting, and I'm so blessed to like be in these times at this moment to observe and also participate. It's interesting. Anyway, I don't know if that rant made sense, Dustin, but I'm always just so blown away, and I feel so much gratitude. And just watch. Everything's being revealed now. Authenticity is the way. I'm always checking and doing self introspection and analysis, and I'm looking in the mirror in my own eyeballs, and I'm like, am I being my authentic self? If not, burn away all the other stuff.
Exactly. No, but that's the way it should be. That's the way it should be, though. That's the thing. And that's literally what the astrological alignments that are currently we're about to go under right now is doing just that. Burning away the illusions. You know, Neptune being Pisces, it was all about illusions, dream state, things of that nature, right? Like a like a hot air balloon, Um but now we're going to see that hot air balloon come crashing down, because it was a false reality, right? And that's okay. That's good. In fact, I cheer it on because this world needs more real because it already has so much fake. And this world that we have right now has been built on just all those things: illusions, fakeness, non-authentic values, so many things, right? We could go on and on and on and on and on, but you guys get the point. That's why It's important to pay attention to where you are, to be aware, to look around, to be present. Sally said 100% Ronan. You got it.
Yeah, dude. Mr. Mystic, I'm constantly working on being present now, like nowsers. You know what I mean? Living and being present is something I'm very conscious of, and something that I'm personally. This is just for me. I'm personally working on that to improve that now.
Absolutely. But you know what though? That's like the best. Like, here's the reality. If anybody gets on here and ever tells you, "Oh, they're perfect and they know all the answers and everything," please just run the other way. And if I ever get on here and do that, please run the other way. I really encourage you to just
Well,
unsubscribe.
one thing, bro, is like I know if people saw us, they'd be like, "Oh, those guys got it so figured out," because we are gorgeous. You know what I mean? Our avatars are dope. Um, they'd be like, "Look at those guys; they look so awesome." And I know from the outside, it looks like we are so the best. But yeah, we also have very slight flaws. Not many, but no, I'm kidding.
Yeah, man. Hey, listen. The reality is the point is we all have work to do, whether big, small, ginormous, not ginormous. The reality is we all end up hitting potholes. We all go through a bunch of things, but what really matters is how we come out on the other side, and the attitude and the energy that we take on whenever we do those things. You know what I mean?
Yo, what's funny is, and that's fire, man. What's funny is Sally's slowly learning. Before you give 100% to Ronan and myself in the chat, wait a few more minutes, and I will say more stuff, and you might not want to make that comment. No, I'm playing. Oh, I'm just being silly.
That's too funny. Yeah, no. But the reality is it's a bloodbath out here today. RSR, long time heavy on fundamentals for this one. It's making new lows as of today. And by the way, I mean new all time lows. Like like if we go to CoinTrader Pro, I could show you that it's visited this price history back in 2020 when it launched, and it's going below. It is going below those levels. So that's very interesting.
Is this a everything crash? Because precious metals DXY is 97 ish. Um, all the other financial stuff. I mean, I'm sure the S&P and all that is going to go down real soon. It's just a little slower. It's like an everything crash, bro.
Oh yeah, for sure. Well, again, what did we just say? These planetary transits that are going to be happening, it's all about burning away all the illusions, all of them. They all got to go. They all got to go. Which I know that's, you know, only thing right now we can do is do our best. A lot of these cryptos, I guarantee you, are not. The crypto will never be the same. And really, truly, in its own right, it's never been the same since 2017. If we're actually being honest, right? 2021, yeah, sure, had a good little run, right? But it still wasn't as powerful as 2017. Every run since 2017 has been dramatically lower. This next one, I expect extremely less, especially from altcoins, especially.
It kind of reminds me, man, I don't even like to say this out loud. It reminds me of what was that? The internet bubble, like 2000, and a lot of I don't know, Silicon Valley type companies did not make it, and some did.
Yeah, well, I mean, yeah,
And
I
later on, new ones
mean,
came around.
yeah, no, and the reality is we could totally be in that situation easily, easily. There's over like what is it? I think 60 million cryptocurrencies out there, and probably even more now. But like, geez, man, like I actually sent you a documentary a little while ago about people doing complete rug pulls. That's what they do for a living. They create these coins and boom, 2 days later, they rug pull. And guess what? 2 days later, 3 days later, they make another one, do it all over again. They're just literally harvesting liquidity off of
Oh,
people.
oh, and I gotta add, bro, like the only people that really make money in crypto are the ones that created the thing, whether it's BNB, XRP, or RSR or whatever. It's the ones that created it are the ones that actually make the money because then you go and buy their crypto. You're basically putting cash in their pocket. So they're the ones that make real money. So you gotta
100%. Yeah. And you know, and that's just the way it is. That's just the way it is. And I mean, geez, look at Litecoin. We're just beginning this quote unquote bear market, right? Like we're really getting into the thick of it. But if it breaks here, if it breaks this little bit of support we have here at like $39, yeah, you're gonna see it come back down to probably right around that $23 range, and then potentially even go even lower than that because of where we are in the cycle. And
And
this is
what's funny
something.
is they talk about, well, that's because we're not in a full-on adoption phase yet of all these infrastructure. And I'll be on, for those that don't know, I'm in the IT world and I'm been in it for a long time. I don't see companies hiring full stack blockchain devs and things. You can find a lot, just look at job searches, and I'm talking, oh, we don't know BIS. Oh, no, they all have, no matter where these places are, they have a IT staff. So how are they going to integrate and put the rail system in anytime soon? And it might even not even work. Who knows?
Well, yeah, and you're right. And here's my thing. And I know this is going to sound really dark, but it has to be said. Look at total 3 chart, right? One top, two top. Dude, this looks like a Batman. This looks like this could potentially end up being a Batman. And for everybody that doesn't know what a Batman is, what comes next after the Batman is this. Because you got the ears, right? Now it has to finish making the head. That would literally, just based on that technical pattern, right, would put crypto total 3 coming back down to $40.48 billion.
Now yo, bro, they're trying to crash the whole system to really implement their crazy, and this is very real. This is not, and so, man, and everything crash is interesting. Now, I think we're going to crush, if I'm being honest. We're going to scale up from where we are,
Yeah.
and it's going to be, man, we're going to have to, man, if I'm being honest, we might have to be real quiet because I think the wreckage is going to be very vast. And I'm not even a doomsdayer person. I'm just calls in it like I sees it. And it's like, so when we do go back in and buy the bottoms, get a rally, and then buy super bottoms the following year, play these two moves a year. Sorry, you're gonna have to pay us for more detailed information because it's very valid. We're gonna be
Look,
scaling up, and just watching the wreckage behind us. And I'm no longer in the business of trying to save humanity, if I'm being honest, folks. Outside of myself, I tried that. And I tried this financial talk, I tried this privacy talk, and it's like it never gets through. I tried, so for me, I'm just going to use this info and improve my 3D material gains here, and it'll because I like nice stuff.
Yeah, don't we all? Don't we all? Don't we all? If we're being honest, don't we all? Right? But look, I want to show you guys this. So I'm gonna have to change my screen here. But I want to show you for the people that don't know what a Batman pattern is. I'm gonna show you guys. This is a very one of those things in technical analysis. Uh, but look, you see the Batman pattern? Can you guys see it?
Oh yeah, we're on that downtrend right there, dude.
And now let's go back and compare total two and total three.
And I'm gonna play that rally, on that little rally right there before it goes off the cliff. Yeah, we're gonna play that rally, yo.
Well, I think I mean, yeah, for sure, 100%. I mean, again, nothing goes straight down, right? Nothing goes straight down. But here we are. Look, you see? I had to bring all my other stuff back. I'm about to just delete all this stuff because we're about to start a freshie because none of this even matters. Here we go. Here we go. Hold on. Doesn't really matter. You guys get the point. You guys get the point. Yeah, it's very interesting though. That's total two. This is total three, saying the same thing. So yeah, and then you have others. That's just let's look at total. Total, look, total's in the same situation. Oh, this is the total DeFi chart. Sorry, same predicament. Looking like a Batman. Looking like a Batman. Now, if you guys really want even more verifiable, data, things of that nature, I know. Oh my God, look at this guy. He's so like, yeah, I don't know, whatever, right? But like, check this out. Look at the 3 month chart for Bitcoin. Oh wait, what is this? Hold up. Yeah, never mind. I gotta blow it up. That's all. Now let's go to the 6 month. Do 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 do. Oh my goodness! Now, hold up. This looks pretty insane. 2 month for Bitcoin, right? Then you go. Oh, I remember. Yeah, that's not really going to show you that well since this is a yearly chart. Never mind. I'm not even going to go there. But anyways, you guys get the point. Like this doesn't look very healthy. And if you go on the CME charts for Bitcoin, I mean, I know this is going to sound crazy, but there's a gap at $700 on Bitcoin on the CME chart. I'm not saying guys we're going to $700, but it could eventually. It very well could eventually. Does it have to right now? No, I'm not saying that, but what I'm saying is this is all fake and phony anyway. So do what you will. Do what you will with all of this. So yeah.
Yeah, man, I think you proved your point. I mean, red candles are in the future just based on pattern recognition,
Yeah.
and then throw in the stars, and then throw in where we are in the cycle, and throw all the indicators that one could ever look at is not great on prices. Okay, I don't care. You can feng shui it any way you want and try and go. No, well, that it's impossible to find any positive indicator that doesn't exist or hasn't existed or will repeat itself again. We're obviously in a repetitive cycle, and yeah, so you guys get it.
Yeah.
So it's going down. You know what I mean? So I don't know. Preserve your capital as best you can, and dive back in and try and scale up, start over, and really count the blessings as these lessons as a blessing. Uh,
Yeah.
and expensive. We've all paid for lessons.
Oh yeah. Yeah. We've been through the fire.
Mhm.
Been through the fire. And like, look at this classic case rounded top on the SPX, right? Classic, 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 classic rounded top. And then all the other, are doing the same thing, rounded top. What's that old saying? If it looks like a duck, quacks like a duck, or if it walks like a duck, quacks like a duck, it must be a duck, right? Just saying.
It's not a bull. Bulls don't sound like ducks,
Yeah.
so
So
ain't no bull in sight.
no, got some bears out here.
Got some bears and bat formations coming in.
Yeah. Whew. But yeah, I just want to get on here. I guess we didn't. I was surprised to see that we didn't get any contesters with the thumbnail, but whatever. I'm sure. I'm sure we'll have some backlash later. Should be interesting.
Mhm.
But yeah, we had Dia new low. Just keeps printing new lows. Almost at 17 cents. We're
Nice.
under 18 now.
Yeah, the single digits incoming, man. I'm looking forward to it.
I'm so looking forward to it. Yeah, I'm so looking forward to a lot of this stuff. A lot.
You know, this is all. This is a personal thing. I shut down my private Telegram group. I don't know, a year and a half ago, 2024, because I wanted to focus and prepare for 2025
Mhm.
and 2026 because this is how fat exponentially things are moving, and I wanted to only focus and not feel responsible for others. Speaking of the others chart.
Yeah, perfect timing.
We planned it. It was in the script. We wrote this down ahead of time.
Oh, it's too funny. Yeah, no, it's this is gonna get nasty, real nasty, like. But we're here, and now we made it. Let's go. 888 on secret for confirmation. That's too
I've
super
been
funny.
seeing 888s everywhere, triple eights everywhere in the last week, man.
Yeah,
So
just on this stream, I've seen 777, 888, and 555. Just on this stream. Pretty funny. Good times. Good times. But I think that's all I really got. You got anything else?
no, I'm all set, man. You crushed, and you gave really great data.
We crushed it. What you talking about? You were here. You
Nice.
participated.
Oh, cool. I was gonna not say stuff. I just wanted to enjoy the TA live, but I've got nothing else to say. Dustin, you crushed, and you've been crushing for years now, and very unsung hero. So, you know, just keep spitting the truth, the reality, burning away veils and wet blankets, and yeah, man. So I appreciate you, dog, and I appreciate you, everyone out there listening. Massive love and gratitude, and we're gonna be fine. What's funny is this is not even fear. This is just it's fine.
we're super chill, super neutral,
Yeah,
super neutral.
but I appreciate y'all. That's all I have to say. Thanks for
I
having me.
appreciate you, brother. I appreciate you. Appreciate you coming on. Appreciate you. For everything that you do. And also, Sally, if you love this stream, go subscribe to the TRE. Actually going to get a link and post it in the chat because I
Okay,
still have
cool.
yet to update my
Let me
description.
see. Can I put it in the regular? I'll try. If you like this, Sally, the Rona experience is a good time.
Oh yeah, frequent flyer. Let's go. Let's see. Da-da-da-da-da-da.
Dude, remember when you were on Crassy's show and some of the comments were saying you were arrogant. It's like, what are you talking about, dude?
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
the oddest
Well,
way of
yeah, what
seeing
do
me
you?
I've ever
Yeah, hey
think of.
man, people. I don't know, man. People say what they will. It could have been just a defense mechanism for their own, for their own. Really, truly, could have just been that. Um, could have just been that,
All
which
right,
is
this
fine. I
is
totally get it. Oh, here we go. I got the link. Sharing it over here now, Sally. Click on that. Give Ronan subscribe on the old YouTube. And yeah, I'm always over there too, here and there. We go back and forth on each other's channels because we the bestest.
the 1618 on TRE is past Uranus, man. Seriously.
Yeah, for real though. Really, what's going on, Sally? What really what?
Really. Yes. We get wild. Yo, Dustin, I think you I don't know about you, but I think you gave enough. I
Oh yeah,
mean,
I'm gonna give the YouTube realm a little bit of a break here because think I think we tapped out the people. I think we tapped them out a little too hard. But yeah, guys, just again, full disclosure. Uh, I'm not going to be looking really at much until you know. I'll probably start looking at positions sometime in March, but I really probably won't pull the trigger on anything until April, till these energies clear out and the total lunar eclipse is behind us. Just full disclosure. So do what you will with that information. Is totally up to you. Yeah. So that's just personally me documenting my journey. But sending much love, gratitude to everybody. And again, appreciate you coming on, Ronan. Always good to hang. Much love. And we'll see y'all in